we have to reconceive what it means to be political in the country. Because, look, you can't, a politician needs a job by appealing to certain things. And among those things, improvement of the economy and getting people jobs are some of the hotbed where you live items. I come into your neighborhood, I put on a blue collar, take off the white collar, leave the tie at the office, hold your baby, and then talk to you about jobs and the economy. And in a world where it's based on work, or where we're reconceiving work to be something you take charge of, those politicians don't have anything to sell anymore. They can't peddle that to me getting off the train of, hey, elect me because I'll guarantee jobs. I don't want jobs. I don't need you to fix the economy. The economy will take care of itself if enough people reconceive the world of work to be something that we have control of. So this means not only is it going to liberate us and really radically cause some upheaval in the political realm, and I think cause a little bit of panic and some confusion about, we're going to have some snafus about who we elect and why we elect them. But I think it's going to do the same thing in the lending industry.
Let me see if I understand what you're saying. So what you're saying is we're decoupling this idea that the economy needs jobs. That is becoming undone. And once it's clear that it's not jobs, it's work and an efficiently functioning economy that we need, then what you're saying is that takes away one of the key promises that politicians like to make. Is that it?
A couple of them, really, because it takes away the direct promise of jobs, and it takes away a lot of vague promises linked to the economy when the economy is conceived as consisting of a healthy job market. So now both lines of reasoning are questionable.
Wow. And so then how do you elect yourself, or how do you get elected as a politician if it's no longer about jobs?
Yeah, you might have to do something for a living that, like a contractor, we have to actually deliver value. We have to promise something the client wants. So the question becomes, I think, in a world where I'm in control of my own work and I'm not dependent on a job-based economy where somebody hands me that work, and even getting a house is not dependent on that, what is it that I really want from my politicians? What do I value enough that they can now hold out to me? Because I'm their client, and they're my contractor.
This is
I'm putting them in business for a short period of time, and they're going to have to move on to something else. But I want my contract with them to consist of what I want.
Go ahead. That idea is really going to stir up the pot on both ends of the political spectrum, whether you're a conservative or liberal or moderate. That's very profound, because you're right. Once the economy, once it becomes apparent to the general public that there's a lot of people out there who aren't about jobs, they're about what their profession is, they're about what their work is, they're independent, and once it becomes clear that so much of the economy is that and not so much jobs, you're right. That is. So then what are you about? What is your regulatory agenda? What is your political agenda?
What do we need them for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is well, two things. One is, this is hard to conceive of for a lot of people. They might see this as a bit of a stretch, overblown. The nation's never going to consist primarily of contractors. But I think you hit on it. Use the word professional. Why can't we be a nation of professionals? Think doctors and lawyers. Do they need jobs? No, they don't want jobs. When you say, oh, we're going to create more jobs for a doctor or a lawyer,
yes,
that's not what inspires him.
Yes. Yes.
And he has no trouble getting a home loan.
Yes.
So, it's just how you structure it. Because on paper, he's structured as having a consistent income that he can carry in and get a mortgage any day of the week. No problem with doctors and lawyers, even if they're in private practice. So if you start structuring home workers and small businesses and 1099 contractors and free agents in such a way, they've got similar kinds of documentation of their financial security. We become, to use the old adage, somebody used it derisively once, that we're a nation of shopkeepers. Why can't we be a nation of shopkeepers and professionals and people that run our own shop, or at least that when we do work together, the kind of work that we do together is as free agents? Isn't that what Adam Smith, without getting too much into political philosophy, but isn't that what he and the original laissez-faire people conceived?